everyone. Today is Tuesday, June 6th. No, it isn't. It's June 2nd. And today we're going to be talking about lesson 14-2 in your math workbook. So if you don't have your math workbook out in front of you, please go and get it. We are going to be using page 739. And so I'm on our assignment page for today. Here's what you need to do. You are going to be watching this video. So great job. You're already doing that. And then you are going to be taking guided notes with me as I review this lesson. It's going to start on page 739 of your math workbook. So you can rip those out or you don't have to rip them out, whatever your heart's desire. Then when we're done with the video, you're going to log on to Pearson Realize. I know the name has changed, but the login information, everything else is still the same. If you've been having like slight issues getting on, my suggestion is to log out and then log back in or go back later. I'm sure they're doing lots of updates because of the new name and the transitioning over to, I think, a new company that bought it. So there may be little glitches here and there, but just keep trying, and I think you'll find success eventually. And then today's assignment is to do the Practice Buddy 14-2. Finally, to wrap up your math work today, you are going to pick one of these games. One of them is an ABC game, one is Fun Brain. And they both have to do with patterns, and just play for a few minutes. You can do both if you would like to, but you only have to pick one. It doesn't matter which one. And that is it. And then you're done with math for the day. All right, guys, let's get started. I am going to take a look here. This is page 739, and this is the page that you need to be on. If you don't have this page, please pause this video and go get that. All right, we're going to start with a solve and share. There are 6 juice boxes in 1 pack, 12 in 2 packs, and 18 in 3 packs. How many juice boxes are in 4 packs? How about 5 packs? How about 6 packs? Use the rule to complete the table. Describe features of the pattern. Then find how many juice boxes are in 10 packs and even 100 packs. All right, we got this. They're telling us that the rule is multiply by 6. All right, they didn't even have to tell us. We could have figured that out. So if that's the rule, 1 times 6 would be 6. 2 times 6 would be 12. 3 times 6 would be 18. 4 times 6 would be 24. 5 times 6 would be 30. And 6 times 6 would be 36. So I found out 4 packs, 5 packs, 6 packs. Now it's asking me to use the rule to complete the table. Oh, I did that. Describe features of the pattern. Okay, so remember, a feature of a pattern is kind of like an attribute, something that you notice about the numbers that you're getting as a result of following the rule. So I'm looking at all of these numbers, and I'm noticing here that all of these numbers of juice boxes are multiples of 6. So I'm going to write that down. All multiples. Oops, sorry. Can't see my writing. Of 6. All right. Do you notice anything else about these numbers? Let's see. Are they even, odd? Oh, all of them are even. All right. So I found 2 features of all of these numbers. All right. Now I can check that off. Finally, it says find how many juice boxes would be in 10 packs and 100 packs. So I don't have to keep going. Like, I don't have to find 7, 8, 9. I certainly don't have to find every single number of packs between 10 and 100. That would take way too long. So I'm just going to follow my rule that I'm given, right? So in 10 packs, if I do 10 times 6, that would get me 60 juice boxes. And likewise, if I had 100 packs of juice boxes, How many individuals would that be? 100. Same rule, we want to multiply by 6. And so that would give me 600 juice boxes. And that's it. All right. The reason why I checked off all of these things is just a strategy to make sure that I answer all parts of the question. And on questions like this, and they're big, they were asking lots of questions. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I needed to do 6 things. If this was a test and you didn't do all 6 things, that could greatly impact your grade. So you always want to remember, I love the check strategy. All right, let's hop on over. There is a little video that goes along with these Clover leaflets, and I'm going to link it to Pearson Realize. It is totally up to you if you feel like you would like to watch it, the Visual Learning Bridge, but it's definitely something that you could watch and that will explain a little bit more. But today, I just want to get right into the nitty-gritty. So I would love for you to open up to page 741. I'm going to write that, 741. And that's where you should be right now. We're going to do the independent practice together. And then I'm going to have you guys do some of the homework page on your own to see if you are understanding all that we're talking about today. All right. So for 3 through 6, use the rule to complete each table. Describe a feature of each pattern. So we're completing the table, and we also have to describe a feature. So that's 2 things. So they give us the rule here, multiply by 8. Oh, spiders, I hate spiders. All right, so 1 spider has 8 legs. So 2 spiders would have, we're multiplying by 8. It tells us to do that, right? 2 times 8 would be 16. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 8 is 32. 5 times 8 would be 40. Easy, right? Not too bad. What do we notice as a feature, though? I'm just going to make an F because I'm being lazy today. What is a feature of this pattern? We have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. They're all multiples of 8. Excellent. They're also all even numbers. So we could have said that too. But it only asks us to do 1. So we're going to be lazy today. Okay, let's do another one. Divide by 5 is the rule here. So I like to just write the rule, right? 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 would be 2. 15 divided by 5 would be 3. And 20 divided by 5 would be 4. Oh, how cool is that? Do you guys see anything interesting? Do you notice anything? What is one of the features? Well, let's see. The number of fingers, right, which is right here, either has a 5 or a 0 in the ones place. That could be a feature. I could also say that my number of hands increases by exactly 1, right? So I'm just going to say it goes up by 1. Each time. Pretty cool. All right, let's look at this next one. Multiply by 16. All right, I hate when we have a big number because that means we have to do a little work on the side, but no fear, we got this. All right, so 1 times 16 would be 16. 2 times 16 is 32. 3 times 16, let's see. Move that down a little bit. Is 48. 4 times 16 is 64. All right. So what should we notice? Let's see what a feature is. We have a 16, a 32, 48. Oh, they're all even. I'm just going to say they're all even. What could be something else, though? Another one could be, hey, guys, do you notice that let's see here. The number of books is a factor of the weight of the books for each number pair, right? 1 is a factor of 16. right? 2 is a factor of 32. 3 is a factor of 48, right? So that could be another feature. The number of books is a factor of the weight. So cool. All right. Here we're dividing by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 18 divided by 2 is 9. Do we notice anything? Really look at that hard. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, they increase by 1, so we could say that's a feature. But they also alternate, right? Even, odd, even, odd. So I'm going to use that as my feature. They alternate even and odd. Very nice. All right, so you can see that in every problem that we've done so far today, we're using a table. And I like tables, especially when we're talking about patterns, because it lays it out really nicely and we're able to see our pattern right away. So now your job is to go on to page 743. And I would like for you to try out some problems of your own. So at this point, if we were in school, you would be doing this all on your own and then checking your work, either in a small group or checking it with an answer key. So I want you to pause this video right now. I want you to do these 4 problems, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're just like what we just did together. And then I want you to fast forward all through all this talking and just look at the answers at the end and see if you got them right. All right. I'm going to keep talking though, because you shouldn't be listening right now. In case you had a problem with any of them, then you can come back and take a look and see what I did. So we have a multiply by 12 rule here. So if we keep up that same pattern, you should get a 60 and an 84 as your answer. And one of the features, and this may not be the same feature you had, but you might want to say that they're even numbers. Okay, going on here, we're dividing by 9. So 54 divided by 9 is 6. 63 divided by 9 is 7. 72 divided by 9 is 8. 81 divided by 9 is 9. And maybe you decided that a feature is that it alternates odd and even. Again, your feature could be different. You may come up with a different feature than me. Dividing by 6, okay, so I'm starting with a big number. I could just go ahead and divide it by 6, right? But I'm going to need to do that on the side because I don't know that off the top of my head. So 6 into 16 goes 2 times. Oh, so that's 27. And then 180 divided by 6. Oh, that would be 30. And then what do I notice as a feature? 27, 28, 29, 30. It's going up by 1. You might also notice that the number of insects is a factor of the number of legs for each pair, right? 27 is a factor of 162. 28 is a factor of 168. 29 is a factor, right? So I'm going to put down for my feature, number of insects is a factor of number of legs. Pretty cool. And for our last problem, we're multiplying by 10. So 33 times 10 is 330, right? I'm noticing that when I multiply by powers of 10, I can just add on that 0, right? Okay. So what do I notice? What is the feature? Well, one thing I notice off the bat is that they all end in a 0, right? So I'm just going to write that as my feature. Ends in 0. All right, guys, we are all done. Let me zoom out so you can get an idea of the answer key. Today, you are going to be going on to Pearson Realize and then playing one of those 2 games over here. If they don't work for you, just move on, but you should be able to play them for at least a few minutes. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you here tomorrow with lesson 14-3. Have a good one.